did they? Rawhide tough missionary commando Stan Dale and gentle Dutch Canadian Bruno de Leeuw believed that the Yali needed the gospel of Jesus of Nazareth. Buoyant with faith, Stan and Bruno entered the Helluck Valley and were joined later by Stan's wife Pat and her 4 children. Little did Stan or Bruno dream how complex their mission really was, or how chilling were the hazards awaiting them. Part 1. The Three-Rimmed World. 1. The Day the Sky Fell. Kugwarak peered into the gray abyss like some sinister gargoyle. Hoary brows, hoarier now with condensed mist, beetled over the black hollows of his eyes. Flaps of skin, no longer filled with the muscle of youth, hung down on his sunken chest like an old woman's paps. Yet despite his age, he huddled in an oddly fetal position, sitting back on his heels, arms folded on knees, chin resting on bony wrist. Kugwarak shivered. High above him, black ramparts of Dutch New Guinea's snow mountains loomed in 3 sweeping rims against the dawn glow, dwarfing Kugwarak's world. Far below, dimly visible through 1,000 feet of mist, the Helluck River bled white through a chaotic gash. Its thunder rose and fell on the wind like a pulse of time itself. Kugwarak shivered again and looked for the sun. Instead, a vivacious brown cherub materialized out of the mist and ran to his side. Nindik, his granddaughter. She wore only a skimpy reed skirt. In her hand she bore 2 freshly cooked yams. The larger one she gave to her grandfather. She herself ate the smaller yam, ash-encrusted skin and all. Kugwarak would have scolded her if she had thrown the skin away. Then, leaning warm against Kugwarak's trembling side, she began plucking lice from his balding pate, popping them between her teeth for dessert. Like a stream against a stone, her laughter rippled around him. Then fell the first ray of sun, suffusing elder and child in gauzy golden light. Soon full sunlight burst upon them, burning back the mist. Askew on a knoll behind them leaned the old man's dwelling, a badly dilapidated yogwa or man's hut of the Yali tribe. It was circular in structure, walled with stone-hewn boards and capped with a conical roof of 9-foot-long pandanus fronds. From the summit of its roof, a single wooden spike fingered the sky. Smoke from the last embers of Kugwarak's night fire seeped out through 1,000 cracks. Nindik heard footsteps and looked up. From beyond the yogwa, a formidable figure loomed through the mist. Nindik turned and fled, her tiny reed skirt flouncing behind her. The figure approached her grandfather. Still munching the last of his yam, Kugwarak cricked his neck and looked up at the man towering behind him. Now he knew why the little girl fled. Not only little girls, but even many a seasoned warrior would not hesitate to give place to the man who grinned down at him. Salambo. Gleaming black in lard and soot cosmetic, Salambo was the living essence of a Yali storyteller's ideal, a man whose liver is dry. Coolly self-possessed, Salambo could harbor a steely purpose and not betray it until an opportune moment. He could kill or spare life with the dispassionate aloofness of a god. Salambo's eyes were bloodshot, glowing like coals. His hair, heavy with pig fat, hung in shaggy masses around and almost over his countenance. Bands studded with white cowrie shells glistened, incongruously halo-like across his temples. Curved ends of an ivory boar tusk jutted menacingly from the severed septum of his nose. He stepped past Kugwarak, thigh muscles flowing, naked buttocks swollen yet hard. He turned to face the old man, barrel-chested torso arched vainly forward, achieving the swayback stance admired by Yalis. Like all mature Yali males, Salambo wore a penis sheath cut from a long, dried yellow gourd. Anchored to his waist by a length of string, the sheath craned at an upright angle, ostentatiously emphasizing his sexuality. "Halabok," Salambo exclaimed, stooping to scratch the old man under his chin. Halabok, a typical Yali scatological greeting, means simply, "I prize even your feces," a way of saying, "If that which is most unpleasant about you appeals to me, imagine how much I appreciate your good points." Kugwarak responded even more endearingly, "Halbi sok sok," the translation of which would sicken visitors from tribes whose languages do not feature scatological greetings. Most strangers never learn the meaning of Yali greetings, but simply repeat them by rote, a method much easier.